Birds may be small, but one flap of their wings turned my workplace into a storm. I'm a manager. I'm having an issue with the two of my staff, Liz and Jack. They were returning from an off-site meeting and had parked in front of our building. According to Liz and other witnesses, there was a bird on the sidewalk, and when it flew away, Jack ran. Liz was less than a step ahead of him, and he pushed her out of the way when he was running. Liz fell off the curb and got hit by a car that was parking. She ended up covered in bruises and breaking both bones in one forearm. Liz had to be taken to the hospital in an ambulance. The breaks were in the middle of her forearm and were so bad that Liz had surgery on her arm the next day and required a total hospital stay of 4 days. Jack didn't try to help Liz after it happened. He stood far away and came into our building as soon as the ambulance arrived. Jack told me, my boss in HR, he has a phobia of birds, and later produced a letter from his therapist stating he has been in therapy and treatment for ornithophobia and anxiety for over 2 years. He explained it was why he tried to run from the bird and said he didn't help Liz after she got hit because the bird landed on the ground close to her. Understandably, Liz is angry. She wants Jack to be fired. HR was wary of firing Jack when he has had no previous trouble and has a phobia and mental illness that rise to the level of needing treatment, and so am I. When Liz found out that Jack wasn't going to be fired, she quit. Liz was working on a few projects, and without her there could be delays and extra costs incurred. We have tried to get her to come back, but she refuses unless Jack is fired. Jack called her with HR present to apologize, but she didn't accept and yelled at him. With Jack's permission, his phobia and mental health issues were explained to Liz, but she says she doesn't care. What should I do? I don't feel comfortable firing Jack or recommending it given what he disclosed. I'm not sure where to go from here. April 27, 2017. There was a police investigation because Liz was injured by a vehicle. Both the police and the driver's insurance company found Jack to be 100% at fault for what happened, based on multiple witness accounts that Jack had extended his arms back and then out when he pushed Liz and didn't just lightly bump into her. Liz agreed it was Jack's fault and not the driver. One of the mirrors on the vehicle was damaged when Liz was hit, and Jack paid to have it repaired as a resolution with the driver, and everything between the driver and Jack has been settled. Jack has not been charged with anything. It is still a possibility that he might be. HR and Jack had attempted to keep in contact with Liz after she got out of the hospital to see if there was any chance of her coming back, but she never responded. Eventually, both Jack and the company received a letter from a lawyer asking that they not contact Liz again. She never asked for money to pay her medical bills, didn't file a workers' comp claim, and didn't take any legal action against Jack. The legal department and the outside legal counsel who HR got a second opinion from had told Jack and the company to prepare for a claim and other legal action and advised all to settle because Liz had a strong case. Her letter stated she had decided to not take action and just wanted to move on for her own well-being. She now has another job. Our company was not contacted for a reference or employment history. I don't know if Liz told them what happened during the interview, but our industry in this area is small, and I know for sure she has now told her new job everything that happened. After what happened, Jack told me he decided to take a break from therapy and look at his options. I was surprised, and he volunteered that information without me asking. But since I am in a management position over him, I didn't think it was appropriate for me to comment or tell him that. His work is still excellent, and he has had no disciplinary or work-related issues. December 14, 2017. Liz is still at her new job and has not attempted contact, legal, or financial comp with Jack or the company we work for, either herself or through a lawyer or anyone else. Word about what happened and the aftermath has gotten around the industry a little. I have been asked about it by a few people I know from other places. I just tell them I have nothing to say, and they stop asking. Jack is still working here. He has not re-entered therapy or isn't undergoing any kind of treatment. Thank you again for your assistance here. Happy holidays to you and your loved ones. Thank you to you/Goopa and you/Claudia for supplying the full comment from OOP. Good afternoon. Thanks for printing my update, Allison. I am the OP. Allison can verify that my name is the same as on the emails I sent her. I appreciate the input from Allison and everyone. I try to keep my letter short and to the point, but I'm posting once to clarify some things that I see being discussed. Liz did not demand that Jack be fired. She quit, and when HR wanted to know what it would take for her to come back, she said firing Jack. This was right after her surgery before she was discharged. HR declined, so Liz said she would not return. She only told HR she wanted him fired because they asked first. I had no input or say in the company or Jack calling Liz at home. There was no checking in or asking how she was. They did want to convince her to come back, and that was it. At no point did the company offers Liz financial assistance. According to her lawyer, she is on a 5-year payment plan with the hospital and rehab center for her bills. Jack is taking a break from therapy, meaning he is not seeing a therapist and has no plans to see any professional in the future. As I said in my letter, I did not feel it was appropriate for me to lecture him on his choice. I am sure Jack is embarrassed and mortified. The only apology he made was when HR asked him to call. A letter of apology was included to the driver as part of the settlement. That's all I have to say. Thank you.